We've learned the basics of React Router and Fetch. So what are we going to make? Let's make, oh, you don't need homework yet. Don't look at that.
Go back.
All right, so this is the thing we're going to make. A little application called API Party. And so what we are going to do is have these links. They take us to different routed locations. So you can see we're starting here at localhost 3000, so like our base domain name. If I click on this one, it takes me to /GitHub. And you can see it now has rendered an entirely different component. We can then put in a GitHub username. Who wants to volunteer their username? JLAVE. All we get here, and you notice our URL changed again, so now it's /GitHub/ that username. We get the avatar picture. Oh, good, you have some followers and people you're following. I felt bad this morning because Porter had nobody. But then we fixed it. We all followed him. It was great. Apparently you don't have a location filled out. That's fine. But so we can get information from the GitHub API. Also, we can get a link to profile. That's cool. But yeah, so we navigated here. We render stuff differently based on what our location is. We also have one here for NASA. So now we're at /NASA. We can select a particular Mars rover. And when we do that, it gets us a picture from the Mars rover. So that's fancy. NASA has a lot of cool stuff on their API. There's like the astronomy picture of the day, which is quite nice. There is near Earth objects, which is like asteroids that are going to be close to Earth. Gives you all kinds of information about them, like how close they're going to get, when they're going to be closest, whether they're going to hit us, all sorts of great stuff. If you want to know when, when you need to do your bucket list stuff, right? You're like, no, that one's huge and it's going to hit us, so I'm going to go. I guess it's time to climb Kilimanjaro, right? And then, of course, we have a homework route, but we're not going to worry about that right this second. So, ready to build this thing? Yeah. Yeah. All right, to the terminal. Open up your terminal. Get in whatever directory you normally put projects in. Once you have gotten to the directory, how do we make a new React app? Yeah, create React app, and then the name of the app, which we're going to call API Party. I'm not going to hit enter because I already have one from this morning. I'm going to go ahead and run that command. It does not stop until you hit the rate limit, and then it does stop. All right, so while that is running, especially if you're using NPM, that may take a little while to run. Let's go ahead and go to GitHub. So go to your user. And we are going to make a new repository. So go to your page, hit the plus button, say new repository. So you should see a page something like this. Go ahead and put in the repository name. Should make it the same as whatever you did. Again, I'm not going to actually do this because I already have one, but you should have the option to create repository because I assume you do not have one. Actually, I will just temporarily make one of a different name. and then we'll get rid of it later. So once you have made this, you should see this page, right? And then leave it there for now. Let's go back and check and see. Did your Create React app finish creating a React app? Oh, good. This is an important step. Everyone pay attention. Once you have made your app, do not forget to change into that directory. So your next step after Create React App finishes is to change into that directory that it was created, that it just created.
If you screw this up this time, we're not helping you. Because we slow down and tell you enough times. Really?
How's everybody doing with that? Are we finished? How many people are still loading? Okay.